Hey, I'm Steve. We're out here doing the Junkyard crawl at Halifax, Vermont at the Paul Crozier collection. This is a 1965 Corvair Corsa convertible, one of only 8,535 built in 1965. Now, 65 was a big year for Corvair. Sales were up 23% over 1964, thanks to the newly styled body. But under the skin, you could actually get 14-inch rims on these things for the first time versus 13s previous to this, and 5-lug wheels versus 4-lug wheels from 1960 through 1964. So a lot of advances under the skin. And most importantly, Ralph Nader would hate this, but the original Corvair had a problem with camber tuck under because they had basically a swing axle rear suspension. Well, for 65, Chevrolet engineers added 2 universal joints, one inside the half shaft and one on the outside, so no more tuck under, and better handling car. And Don Yenko used to race Corvairs, and again, that rear suspension setup really opened the door to these things being more capable on road race circuits versus the swing axle stuff that was kind of useless for road racing and cornering. And Ralph Nader's book Unsafe at Any Speed was all about the tuck under problem that Corvairs had from 60 through 64, but that was solved in 65 moving onward. And again, this is a very weird car. And when you see Corsa on the front fender up here, that means it has the air-cooled flat 6, which is a good little engine, but Corsa, it's Italian for race. And with that said, there's something special about this engine. The Corsa engine has 4 one-barrel carburetors. And what that means is when we open the trunk here, and again, Corvairs are rear engine, but you knew that. And by the way, this is the rare factory accessory luggage rack right there. There is a front trunk. You can put things up top, but you can also put them here if you want, strap it down and go for a ride. And here it is right here. The Corsa. Now, Corsa is a specific engine for one-barrel carburetors, 1, 2, 3, 4, feeding the aluminum air-cooled flat 6. Power on these things was 140 up 25 horsepower versus the 2 one-barrel engine. These also had 9.25 to 1 compression versus 8.5 to 1 compression on the lesser engines. And it truly was not a race engine, but it was more race than the standard Corvair 2 one-barrel engine. Kind of cool. But one thing that makes this one bizarre is this, the frigid air conditioning unit. Here's the condenser, and that's factory equipment. Can you imagine the rarity of that thing? Just, the idea of having an air-cooled engine with the heat draw of a belt-driven compressor, an air conditioning compressor on there. Clearly GM engineers must have sussed it out at the Mesa, Arizona proving grounds to make sure it wouldn't overheat the engine. With that said, there it is, a very rare, a very expensive, it's probably $300 option back in the 1965 when this thing was new. And it's all still here. If you're restoring one of these cars, and you might even want to restore this car, kind of a cool thing. And something else to see on Corvair convertibles, I'll come on this side. It's in this corner here. These are seismic dampers. They're at each corner. In fact, Camaro convertibles also have these. But that's basically it's a lead. It's a heavy weight inside of a container right there. What that does, it harshes certain vibration frequencies and helps to quell harshness, if you will. But at each corner, you'll see one of those things. Also on Firebird and Camaro convertibles from 67 on up through 1969, you'll find seismic dampers like those also used on Corvairs. And the original paint here, we can see it marina blue. Very pretty. You can see it must have been a nice car in its day. White vinyl top, convertible top. And again, a very rare car, only 8,353 Corsa convertibles. Now, when you see Corsa, that means 4 carbs, 180 or 140 horsepower, 9.25 1 compression. And again, the AC makes this maybe one of a couple hundred, if that. The AC was available on all Corvairs, but again, to see one on a convertible Corsa, very bizarre. So that's the story of this stuff. And by the way, this whole collection here, Paul Crozier's collection, within a month is going to be crushed. I'm sure this one here won't be crushed because Paul Crozier is a Corvair guy, and Clark's Corvair is right down the road. They used to own a lot of these cars. I'm sure this is such a unicorn that it won't get crushed, right? I hope so. It's a 4-speed car too, by the way, probably a close ratio, being it's a Corsa. So anyway, these things all get crushed. Most of them, anyway, the rest of the stuff here at some point in the next few weeks. We'll make videos on that. It'll be sad, but we'll cover the scene of destruction when it comes to pass. And by the way, all Corvairs were built at the Willow Run plant in Michigan, which was built in World War II by Ford to build B-24 bombers for the war effort, but it was purchased by General Motors and used to build Corvairs and many other platforms over the years. So with that said, that's it for this here. If you want to learn more about this car, you can actually contact Paul Crozier at paulcroziervt@gmail.com to ask if he can buy this or whatever. If you have any questions for Paul Crozier, just email him at paulcroziervt@gmail.com. Crozier is spelled Crozier. So anyway, that's the story here. So if you like this video, be sure to subscribe to the Steve Mag's YouTube channel and ring the bell so you know when the next video is, and that's tomorrow. Thanks for watching.